Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon with Campbell Fitness, and today's video we're going to talk about a very controversial subject. Now, as you can already tell from the title above, it's going to be dealing with cycling as well. I haven't mentioned the subject just yet because I thought it'd be fun to play a little bit of a game. So I'm going to give you 3 chances to guess exactly what we're talking about. Does that sound good? Okay. So let's go ahead and hear your first guess. Lance Armstrong? Are you serious? Dude, not that kind of cycling. Amateurs. Amateur. So as far as this goes, let's take another second guess. Let's take some time, think it through. Cycling and controversy. Are you ready? All right, let's hear it. No, come on this channel, no, we're not gonna really get into that. Not that kind of cycling. All right, you guys are really scaring me with these guesses. Third and final answer. You have 2 strikes already, 1 more you're out. I'll just cut the video short right there and call it a day. So really think about this one. Whoa, calm down, not so fast. Get ready, take a deep breath, relax. Let's hear it. Yes, good answer. Creatine, obviously. So, creatine, one of the most popular supplements out there, also probably one of the most researched and studied, and also probably the one that I get the most questions about. So I'm getting a lot of questions recently in regards to cycling creatine, and do you need to do it? So that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. Now, as far as creatine goes, or any other supplement out there that we're going to consider cycling or not, there's some basic things that we're going to want to take a look at. The first of which is there's any negative long-term health effects associated with it. So, since you guys already brought up steroids, I'll use this as an example. If you stay on steroids for a long amount of time, what can happen is your body can cease to produce its own testosterone. This is because it's being introduced synthetically already and your body doesn't see the need to continue to produce it. So obviously people would have to cycle something like anabolic steroids. Now, as far as creatine goes, however, this isn't the case. Your body doesn't have any ill effects from taking it. This is because creatine is derived from amino acids, not to mention it's already synthesized within the body, it's in the foods that we eat, so it's not really a big deal of having it in your system. Now, of course, originally when creatine came out, a lot of people made claims that it hurt the kidneys. However, there's plenty of research out there, and creatine's been around long enough to show that this isn't really the case. Now that's going to bring us on to our second point, and that is not only is it dangerous in the long term, but do we build up a tolerance to it and does it lose its effectiveness over time? So for the example in this case, I'll give you stimulants. So I'm sure a lot of you guys out there take pre-workouts. You've all probably noticed that over time taking them, they seem to stop working as well and you're always on the lookout for a new product. Well, that's because your body builds up a tolerance to a lot of the stimulants in those products, and in order for them to really take another effect on you, what you need to do is cycle them. Take a week, 2 weeks off and go back on, and what you'll typically find is that they magically work again. Now with creatine, again, this isn't the case. As I already mentioned, it's naturally occurring in foods, in your body. You don't ever build up a tolerance to it. So the third reason here is probably the most silly, and that's the reason I left it to the end, but that's just because a lot of the labels of the creatines that we buy tell us not only to cycle it, but to do something called loading as well. And what loading is taking usually up to 20 grams per day for a week's time, and then going to a normal 5 gram per day maintenance phase. The downside of this is there's no real benefit to you as far as the effectiveness of the creatine goes. So you might be asking, well, why do the companies tell me to do this? The reason they tell you to do this is because they want you to keep doing these loading phases, which makes you burn through a large amount of creatine in a span of a couple days, which normally might take you a month or longer. That way you run out of your creatine faster, you have to go to the store, and you have to buy more, and they make more money. Business is a hell of a thing. So I hope that answers some questions about cycling creatine. I'm sure you guys will have some more questions regarding it. If you do, feel free to leave a comment in the section below. But as always, stay big.